Welcome back to my channel, and this sit down video is going to be talking about everything that really happened in the beginning of my pregnancy. So let's go back to the day I found out, which you guys saw on my previous video. Sorry, my lips are like crusty, but as you guys saw in my previous video, found out I was pregnant, in shock, scared, so many emotions, so many things going around in my head. I had, the day after that, I had soaked it all in. I had gone to work. Okay, I'm pregnant. This is going to be what's obviously happening in my life for the rest of my life. Like, it's, having a kid is a lot. Having a kid is like a big responsibility for your entire life. So I was soaking all of that in. Everything was fine. Then a couple days after that, I started bleeding. So I'm scared and shocked. I think I'm going through a miscarriage. So all of this happened in the span of 2 days from finding out I was pregnant. I started bleeding. This might be a little TMI, so you guys can skip this part. But I literally filled up an entire pad. So this is like literal, like if I'm getting my period. So I'm like, I just took my pregnancy test. I just went to go get insurance because in that time I didn't have insurance, and then we fixed the whole issue with insurance. And I haven't gotten checked into the doctor because I'm waiting for them to give me like prenatal insurance or maternity insurance. And so all of this is happening, I start bleeding. At this time, my boyfriend is not in the country. He is back in El Salvador. And so I'm like freaking out. I see the amount of blood on my underwear. This was on Friday, right? I see blood. I tell my mom, what is going on? Like, what is happening? Wait, no. I start bleeding on Friday. On Saturday, I fill up an entire pad. Sunday, we go to a doctor to get insurance, to try to see where I can get insurance because I am bleeding and I think I'm having a miscarriage and so many things are going through my head. So they give me insurance and they give me an appointment a day after that. So they make me take a test, a pregnancy test at the hospital or at the doctor's. At this point, they are telling me that I am pregnant, but that I'm bleeding is weird. Could be normal, but it's weird. So I have my iPad with me. I have videos of everything that was going on. So, okay, I found out I'm pregnant, all of that. I go to my first appointment and they cannot see anything. They cannot see a baby. They cannot hear a heartbeat. I was pretty early on in my pregnancy, so they told me it might be because of that, but they couldn't confirm that my baby was there. Like, they couldn't confirm that I was pregnant. So here I am. This was April 17th. I was coming back home from work. It looks blurry. Put it on the screen. Clock out and I go to the bathroom and there's blood and I think I'm losing my baby. I got this app today to track my pregnancy. So my baby is really little, only 6 weeks, and says that by this time head is bigger than the rest of the body because it's forming, and I started bleeding and now I'm scared. I've never been pregnant. I'm gonna
to make an appointment to the doctor, and it's Friday today, so they're probably not gonna be able to open until Monday, and Monday I have work. I know I was scared at first. Hopefully I'm not losing the baby, but it's a lot of blood. It's a lot of blood.
I was thinking I was going through a miscarriage because I kept on bleeding. The baby was little, and I'm just going through it. Like, I don't want to lose my baby. It was such horrible first weeks of pregnancy, especially since it's my first baby. I feel like it's all like happiness and excitement, and the beginning of my pregnancy was not excitement, and it was scared. I was terrified that I was losing my baby. I was so scared. So then a couple days after that, I have another appointment, and I go to that appointment, and again, she tells me the same thing. I was having appointments almost 2 times a week, trying to get checked, trying to see if the baby was there, so she was telling me, I see your embryo sac, but I don't see a baby. So I told her, I was like, what does that mean? She's like, one, it's either too early in the pregnancy or you're going through a miscarriage. At this point, I'm working, right? And so I'm like, I cannot, like, I'm at work just thinking about this. Like, I can't concentrate. I can't really do what I'm supposed to do. So many things are going through my head. I tell my job I'm pregnant, and I tell them the whole situation. Very supportive. So then I go, let me see. I have it somewhere here when I go to my doctor's appointment, and I'm like crying. I go to the doctor's appointment, and I'm crying because she basically tells me again, we can't see anything. We can only see an embryo sac. She then sends me to an appointment to the hospital.
I am going to my doctor's appointment. I have to be there at 9:30. I'm gonna get there in like a couple minutes. My appointment is at 9:45. They're gonna check if I am pregnant to confirm that I am pregnant. You guys, the last clips you guys saw was me crying because I think I had a miscarriage. It's not confirmed. My mom says that she bled the first 2 months of her pregnancy with my oldest brother. That's why she did not know she was pregnant, but I took pregnancy and I saw I was pregnant. So she's hoping that the baby, it's part of the way my body works, that my body just bleeds, or it has like a little bit of bleeding. So let's go check, and I pray that baby is still with us because we are beyond excited now. We were really scared, and we didn't know what to do. We still don't know a lot of things that we have to do, but God is with us, and I know He will guide us through this chapter.
So I go to the hospital. I get checked. They do the ultra. She still can't see anything. I get the other ultrasound that they do. And so my heart was shaking. I was so scared. I see, like, her facial expressions were like on the verge of tears. At this point, I couldn't see the screen. So she has the screen, right? She turns the screen and she says, do you see that? That's your baby. And so I take a breath of relief. So I'm like, okay, then is it bad that I'm bleeding? So she says, I can't really tell you anything just because I work here at the hospital, so I do the ultrasounds. Your doctor, like your OB, will tell you what's going on. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Then another appointment. So I'm going back-to-back appointments, multiple appointments in 1 week. I go to the other appointment, and she's explaining everything. So she tells me that I might have a high-risk pregnancy since I'm bleeding. So she's like, in those pregnancies, like, they're usually put in bed rest. So you can't really do anything. Like, you just have to be home. And so I'm like, well, I'll do whatever it takes. Like, I just want my baby to be fine. Like, I just want to stop bleeding. I just want everything to be okay. You know, I just want to be told that we're okay. So she says, your first trimester, it's always risky. You never really know because the baby is still really little. Stop working, because she tells me that I can't. She's like, you can't be anxious. You can't be having stress. You can't be like doing so many stuff, because right now you just have to take care of your body and the baby, because the baby is there, but with your bleeding, like, it can be really risky. So I stop working. I start staying home. And as time goes on, I think a couple weeks happen and I'm still bleeding. Not as much as the first weekend, but I was still bleeding. So there was still something in the back of my head. Like, I remember I would just pray, like, please God, like, let my baby be okay. Let my baby be okay. At this point, I was getting appointments every 2 weeks. So they wanted to make sure, like, baby is still there, if I am bleeding or if I stopped bleeding. So about 2 weeks, almost 3 weeks passed, and then I stopped bleeding. And so everything just settles down for me, and I feel like I can finally breathe. I start having nausea, I start throwing up. I know women say they hate throwing up, but I feel like me in this situation where I'm bleeding, the throwing up and being nauseous, it just made me like, you're fine, like the baby is in there. You know, like I was sometimes grateful to throw up after a week that I didn't, like I was bleeding and I didn't have an appointment, so I wasn't sure baby was still it, and then I would throw up and it was like, okay, like baby's there, that's why I'm throwing up. I felt like I could just breathe, and I felt like I could finally start telling people, because I was so scared to tell people and to get us all excited and then them to tell me like, you're going through a miscarriage. So I kind of just kept it, we kind of just kept it to ourselves. We only told our very intimate family. I just remember those first weeks, it was really horrible for me. It was like scary. Every night I would go to sleep and pray and like, God, please let my baby be okay. Please let my baby be okay. I was just terrified every day. Like I would be so scared. I remember I would be so scared to go to the bathroom. I remember I would go to the bathroom and I would like look down and I would see blood, and I was like, please God, like please, like I'm so scared. That's just my experience in the beginning of my pregnancy. Obviously now in my second trimester, everything is way better. I feel a lot safer. Baby is safe. I just wanted to tell you guys that because I feel like that was a very hard moment in my life, and I'm just so grateful for the people that I have, my mom, my dad, my brothers, my boyfriend, just everybody, my family members, always checking up on me. My comadre, she's every time like, she'll be like, how are you feeling? Like, are you feeling nauseous? Like, eat this, like this is really good for you. Just having so much love and support in my intimate circle. I feel like I'm really blessed to have all of these people in my life. God, we are fine. Thank you guys so much for all the beautiful messages I've been getting from our pregnancy announcement post and my video. A lot of moms were like, oh, girl, I know the feelings you're feeling when you were taking that pregnancy test. Like, I saw myself in you, and so many beautiful messages. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you guys get notified every time I upload a new video. Bye guys, love y'all.